Alright, now I'm back with another review for you guys, and this time we got the Anime Heroes Chainsaw Man. If I'm being wholly honest, I completely got this dude just so I could compare him to the SH Figuarts, and I don't know, just kind of give people an idea of what they want, or, you know, help inform that decision, I suppose, because I've seen some people talk this figure up, and he was like $20. I wanted to pick him up. I want to see what it was about, so here he is. He's also made by Bandai, which also makes SH Figuarts, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, maybe not. Hold on, am I tripping? Give me 1 second. In fact, I even had to question myself to confirm, yes, they're both made by Bandai, so whatever. But, yeah, not too much going on in the back, a little pose. Just nothing really crazy going on here either. You got a cool little image on the side. Nothing really on the bottom, just a bunch of legal jargon, I think, or whatever, I don't know. But, yeah, overall, not a bad box. Let's get him open. And here he is at a package, and you know what, if I'm gonna be honest, I was ready to open this dude and kind of just start riffing on him and like, yeah, you know, not shitting on him, because he was like $20, but like, he's pretty awesome. Like, for what he is in the price, I think he's pretty great. I just start off with paint. Like, this isn't really painted up here, but we'll talk about that in a second, but just, I like the fact that's painted right there. It's not bigger, it's nothing crazy, but I just like the fact it's painted. Painted all the way around the back. There's no wash on it or anything, but look at the shoes. They got the line, like all the lines on there and everything. Nothing on bottom, but who cares? It doesn't have the eyes painted in there, I don't think, but again, not too bad. The head looks fine. Honestly, I think if you just put a wash on his head, it would look, if you just put a wash on some of this, I don't know if you could do it on here, but it would look crazy, and just put some blood effects on here. Like, I'm not even gonna lie, dude. I'm not saying it fully competes, but this dude's a good option if you want a Chainsaw Man. You're not trying to pay like upwards of like 60 or more, you know what I'm saying? But let's get into his articulation and stuff. So I think I'm gonna give it to him right here. I think his head goes back further than Chainsaw Man's does. It doesn't look quite down as far though, so that's, you know, whatever. Yeah, the upper part of his head doesn't tilt much. Like, it moves back the most, but it's the neck that actually is doing most of the moving, actually, I just realized. But not too bad. Kind of caught, but anyways, yeah, 360. Oh, I haven't even checked that yet. So he has like, it's not necessarily a butterfly joint, but it's got like a joint in there, like a bar, like a, I don't know what kind of joint this is, but this bends itself and then it also moves in there, so it's kind of like a butterfly joint. Not bad at all, honestly. Like, just, man, you know, I'm impressed, honestly. He comes over pretty far too. The arms are oriented this way, like you can't really, like, this moves, but it's always kind of stuck like this, if you get what I'm going at. But again, not too bad. I knew that was going to be like that, so I'm really not disappointed. I think they did the best with what they could without going over budget type thing, you know what I mean? So this torso, this is just like a rubbery, like outside, like it doesn't look bad, but it's rubbery. So he twists at the waist, and he gets a little bit bend at the waist, but he has that ab crunch thing in there, and I think once it gets a little more worn in, it'll stay, but he goes pretty far, but it likes to pop off that last, like, the farthest part of it, I guess, if you get what I'm trying to get at. But he's got a good bend, like, it's there. Yeah. What was I gonna say? I don't even know. Oh yeah, these are rubber. They're like, you know, it's not sharp at all. That's also really cool, because I guess the SH Figuarts Chainsaw Man is known to these break. Also, they're kind of sharp, if I'm being honest. But let's do his legs. So here's where it's gonna be. I didn't check. Does he have drop down? No way. So I think he does actually have a little bit of drop down. That's crazy. So it's not that big of a difference, but there's drop down with this dude. So that's without, or with the drop down, or without it. And then with it, yeah, no, he's got drop down. That's pretty cool. The bend isn't crazy, but it's more than good enough in my opinion. And then he doesn't have a thigh swivel, but it does go pretty far. Again, not bad. And here's honestly the most disappointing part. I wish they just done like the same thing they do with SH Vickers, because I don't think it's an expensive joint to produce, but not too bad. This foot is also pretty loose. I don't know if there's a good way to fix that, but let's this will give a better representation of how far it can go. But I'm like, it almost wants to act like it has its own wiggle, but it doesn't. So I'll just show you how this is like a little pivoting joint, but it spins. So whichever way you want it to go, you just have to turn it, and then it does it. But it doesn't have its own like pivot, I guess. But yeah, I don't know. This dude's, I'm happy with him, honestly. I like him quite a bit. Like, if I had never got my Chainsaw Man and this is like, I just ended up settled for this dude, I think I would have been happy. Yeah, let's scale him with Chainsaw Man, the SH Figuarts version. So, I mean, you can definitely tell which one's made by who. Like, I personally, I very much see the quality difference, but at the same time, the price difference, I don't know, dude. For the price, I would say to an extent this is almost better. But I mean, factually, overall, like, this is obviously a better looking figure, better articulation, everything. But I'm just saying, take that into account. For 20, he's not bad at all. But yeah, I didn't realize he was this big. I think he might be like a straight up 7-inch scale figure, to be honest. Which, I'm not necessarily mad at, but I don't know. So I've been talking around on TikTok recently. I'm thinking about getting rid of my DC Multiverse and just not collecting those anymore, because the articulation is not that great. But I don't know. There's a few I might keep, and he might come in handy for being, 7-inch scale or whatever. Either way, maybe, hold on, I'm gonna scan with a couple of DC Multiverse just to see how that looks. Yeah, here he is with Nightfall Batman. I'm 100% certain he's a 7-inch scale figure. That's so funny. I had no idea, and I figured, anime, what is it called? Hold on, let me look at the brand real quick. That Anime Heroes was like gonna be similar to the High Def Ultimate Legends by Bandai, but no, these are like 7-inch scale, so I don't know. I'm not mad, but I'm surprised. But well, let me scale him with one more person. And here he is with Raven, because demons and whatever, and also she's like my shortest DC Multiverse. Keep in mind, I'm pretty sure he is 7-inch scale, but just because two figure brands are 7-inch scale doesn't mean they relatively scale to each other. I don't think. I don't know exactly how that works, but it makes sense in my head. But I'm pretty sure that's kind of a thing. Also, I think this has happened again, but I'm just going to point it out because I'm not going to lie to you guys. I think the batteries in my light are dying, so it's kind of dimming, but we're pretty much at the end of the video anyways. But honestly, yeah, he's pretty dope. Definitely worth it. Like for retail, I mean, any more than that, I'd say it's pushing it, but yeah, he's pretty cool. I'm happy I picked him up. He's definitely, I feel more comfortable bringing him around with me, like posing him and stuff. Like, I don't want to take my other one around because I'm afraid I'm going to lose hand parts or like break something, but he's definitely a good alternative, especially if you want one to take around with you. Like, you're not going to get as good poses, but he's not going to break it if you want to replace him. Like, it's not going to be breaking your wallet. But yeah, I recommend him. He's pretty cool. But not for everybody, but I like him. But that'll be it.